Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now in our last tutorial or in our last video we have seen what is machine learning and then how it is different from the standard programming languages. In this tutorial we will discuss some more technicalities of machine learning, like what is the goal of machine learning, then what are the some of the very important technical terms that we generally use when we are building the machine learning models, and then we'll see some important techniques that are frequently used to write or to create machine learning models basically. Okay, so let's start. uh, let's first understand what is the goal of ML. Basically, the goal of ML is to make, I'll say, accurate, significant, and good predictions basically. Right? This is what, like, in a very layman's terminologies, this is what we can say a goal of machine learning is, that to make accurate, significant. When we say significant, it's a very important word, because the meaning of significant in the context of machine learning is to make relevant predictions, so that it should understand the context of a questions, whatever question we are asking to ML model or machine learning system, that your model should be capable enough to understand the context of a question basically, because there are always some analogous word that you can get, like for example a table, right? Now it could be a normal table like a dining table or office table, or it could be a SQL table as well. So basically, based on the words that are present around this particular kind of a contiguous words, it should be able to understand the context of a question and then answer accordingly. And this is where the significant words comes into the picture, and obviously a good predictions in terms of, like, whatever question that user have asked for, your machine learning algorithm or system should be able to answer that particular question in a good way, in terms of it should answer the doubt clearly. It should not create more confusion instead of getting the right answers to the users. Yeah, so this is what a goal of a machine learning system. Now let's understand some of the terms that are generally used while creating a model, right? So basically, input to ML model, right? So whatever input we apply to ML model, so what a ML model does is, so basically it's input, right? We apply that input to ML model, and ML model gives us the output. Now in a machine learning terminology, input that gets applied to ML model is known as input is known as feature. Basically, when we say a feature, it's kind of an input that is gonna get applied to your ML model. Now a feature can be a attribute or a kind of a attribute with its value, right? So basically, when I say attribute, color, for example, color is attribute, but color with some value, like color is red, color is blue, color is white, this is known as feature, right? So let's understand the difference between a feature and attribute. Attribute is just a color, you know and attribute with value is feature. And in ML, feature makes a complete input basically. Like if you're just trying to apply only attributes, you may not get the right predictions. But if you try to apply attributes with their values, which is known as feature in ML model, that's the greatest input that can go into the system, right? So the features, then output is known as label. Now, what is the output of machine learning? Is a prediction, right? And in machine learning world, or with the technical term for machine learning output is known as label or prediction, like more generalized word. This is not a technical word, but to understand it effectively, we can also say a machine, what machine learning will produce is something called as prediction. Technically we call it as a label, right? Now let's see some examples of machine learning system. I'll just, like, there are hundreds of examples that we can take, but let me show you the quick one which is coming to my mind. Google News, right? So basically, if you go to Google News, you see all these kinds of categories, right? And this is like a prediction. When a news hits, any news comes up, let's say it is as a input to this Google News, there must be some kind of machine learning model running behind the scene. And what that machine learning model does is it identifies various inputs, it identifies various features, and based on that it decides which category of this news is. Whether it is a news related to business, it will go into the business category or business tab. As you can see, there are multiple tabs here. The news which is related to technology will come here, and obviously as an input to this particular kind of a feature or prediction. So this particular system which is currently in front of you, which is Google News, is trying to make a prediction whether a particular news is of technology category, or whether it is of a business category, whether it is entertainment like movies or page 3, or some or the other types of entertainment, whether it is a sports news. And to identify this particular category, it must be using some kind of features, and then accordingly it must be making these kinds of prediction that yes, it is a technology news, yes it is a business news, right? Yes, it is a sports related news, right? So as you can see, uh, you know it could apply multiple features to it. Like for example, name of a sportsman could be one of the feature. Then which sports actually it is talking about. If a news contains the words like Wimbledon, tennis, cricket, Sachin Tendulkar, right? All these kinds of work, if these words are present in a heading of a news or somewhere in the in an actual body of a news, then it must be a sports category news, right? So the terms that we just talked about, Wimbledon, cricket, tennis, all these are the features, and the prediction or the label of this particular ML algorithm is predicting a category of a news, right? So basically this is the example of machine learning that we can understand to know more on these terms. It's a very very important thing from the interviews perspective as well, that you talk in these terms. Like instead of saying input, you call it as feature. Instead of saying output, you call it as label or prediction. It carries a good impression in terms of the technical terms and whatnot, right? So basically this is what the technical terms and some of the technicalities of machine learning, guys. In There are a couple of more you know techniques that we are going to see, various categories of machine learning algorithm, and that we'll see in the subsequent video. But this is how the terms and machine learning terminologies are being placed. So thanks for watching this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one.